Hello everybody, welcome back to Back Out of the Case. This is Skyflight 44, aka Sect 44, and today I'm playing Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. This 2 months after I originally started this project, and so far I actually haven't added up parts 4 and 5, but oh well. If I'm recording more, that just means I'm going to be editing it all. Especially with the amount of time I'm going to be bored at work. Oh, great. But today we're going to be going in this actual session. Mainly going for maybe 3 more actual planets. There was only 4 I actually really wanted to do today. But this early section was actually in that metropolis city, that Endako, I believe it was. When we were going to face the thug leader, when we were getting the grind boots and the swing shot, which we actually were using in this grind boot section. Well, if we come over here, we can actually go, and for the first time,
put it in the slot. The weapon you want modified, put it in the slot.
Oh, I get it. You make weapon modifications.
Yep, I can take your puny little weapon, and with a few, tweaks, I can turn it into a powerful piece of equipment. Look, you want me to hook you up or what? I can't hang around here all day.
yeah, weapons modifications. That's cool. And look, we have 7 actual platinum bolts to go and use, because these things actually just take platinum bolts, which means you can get all of these quite easily by just playing through the game. However, the only ones I'm really going to want to go after are generally the ones that I'm using at the moment. For the most part, I'm not going to be using the mini nuke. I'm not going to be using the heavy lancer, and I am going to be using the multi-star, but I'm not really going to be using it too much, because I'm going to try to see if I can get as many of the actual weapons upgraded as possible. So the only one I see I really want at the moment is the shock mod for the seeker gun, and I generally never use the lock-on mods. They can be quite useful. However, I don't think they... If you're a good shot to begin with, you don't necessarily need them, though they help quite a bit with some of the weapons. I generally go with the actual other mods. The shock mod will make it so that any shot, when it hits an enemy, will spark arcs of lightning to other actual enemies. And the acid mod easily makes one of the weapons we're going to be using later on one of the most powerful weapons in the entire game. And in the original game, not the HD version, it can take half the health off an incredibly powerful boss that you're not supposed to be able to take out with normal means. And the acid mod basically does damage over time, sort of ability. Quite useful. Though the only other game I can really think of at the moment, actually 2 other games I can think of at the moment, in which damage over time abilities, like poison and such, and which is actually useful, is in Final Fantasy VII, trying to beat the Midgard Zolom, I believe, going using poison strategy there, and Final Fantasy 13, and which, because of the incredibly high ass health the later enemies have, and the later bosses have, if they're susceptible to poison, poison will wreck them more than what you can generally do with conventional attacks. Even when you're all buffed up. You damn huge turtle creatures.
Too late again.
We always seem to be a bit late. Why is that?
Well, let's check this place out and find out where he's headed.
Okay, we have how many bolts? Quite a lot. Actually, we just got quite a lot in that little... In those boxes. We actually seen springs. Springs, I believe, give you 100. And they're awesome. You're going to love them. You are absolutely going to love them. One of the bad things about the original game was the fact that it had so few actual types of bolts, so that the numbers didn't go all that high. However, we got these weapons. We're not going to be using any of the returning weapons. Here's the Synthenoid. If you don't actually go and basically, if you don't rush for the Synthenoid and try and get as many bolts as possible in the arena, and just saving, like not getting the mini turret glove or the pulse rifle, then you can get the Synthenoid. Now the Synthenoid would actually be useful, and the Synthenoid is probably my third, outside the returning weapons, the third least used weapon in the entire game for me. Just because by the time you have that money, generally, it's absolutely useless and incredibly difficult to go and get that thing to level up. Which would actually make it, you know, useful. But, oh well. There are a lot more useful weapons that we're going to be getting soon that are actually cheaper. Blitz cannon. Oh, great. This thing has a longer, wider range and does more damage. Now I believe we can actually get the acid mod onto it as well, which would be cool. I'm actually going to move to the heavy lancer. Now if we actually destroy all of these all of the components of the rings, ring, I should say. All of the moons, too. Damn. Damn it. Got it? Hey, look at that. And the skill point. Yeah, that's a pretty easy skill point. You can actually go and destroy these as well and get some money. Actually, some pretty good money. Decent money. Because they actually give you nearly 200 a pop. However, let's not do that. Now the Seeker Gun would be a little bit more useful for us. Not actually going against these little guys, but oh well. It's a pretty cool weapon. We're mainly going to want to be using them against these guys, generally because they do a lot of damage, and the shock mod helps quite a bit with it. The shock mod is something I actually like it most in this game, and the next two games. And Up Your Arsenal is generally not used on anything that's really strong, and in Deadlocked, most of the better actual weapons, or I mean mods, are just, well, much better. Damn it. Good. Oh, shit. I ran out. That's gonna suck. Hey, let's use that Seeker Gun. The Seeker Gun is really powerful. Like I said earlier, it's one of those weapons that if you don't actually use it when you originally get it, it's really not going to become all that useful. However, if you actually do, especially when you upgrade it, it becomes quite the weapon. Getting rid of that. It's good, a lot more ammo. Now, you think you would actually be able to go and get a skill point for this or something, but, nah, there's only one skill point that you can get for destroying these, you know, like, statue, monument-like things. Okay, let's go. No, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna use the blitz gun. Or, I can just use the mini-turret glove and just dodge. Now, the mini-turret gun is actually going to become quite a useful weapon. It's actually it's one of the returning weapons in the third game for this for the weapons that were made in this game, and it's actually one of the most powerful weapons in the entire game statistically. Not to mention, one of the abilities it actually gets is a teleport ability, in which the actual the little mini turrets will actually they'll stay with you, which is absolutely awesome. It really makes the actual gun quite a lot better, or not gun but weapon. Damn it, I only had one. Now, one of the things I don't like about this game is I think, believe, and it's probably a fact that weapon usage does not give you experience. Damn it. Good. Weapon usage just doesn't give you experience. However, later in the series, damn it, I got hit. Later in the series, weapon usage would actually go and give you experience for the gun, even though it wouldn't sometimes actually kill it, which would actually make getting a gun you didn't buy early kind of, you know, practical, and leveling it up later on, not in the original games. What I just got was one of the, I'm gonna say maybe 5 items in game that actually go and give you more nanotech. Now, your maximum is 80, I believe. However, that's not going to be honest, you're not going to be able to get up to that point just through, you know, experience. I believe you can only get up to maybe 75. I don't know if it's 75. I really have never actually counted all of them, but I'm just guessing it's 75 that you can get up through leveling up. The last 5 come from those items. Cool. You remember the first game? Remember how we actually had the hydro displacer? A lot of the actual gadgets, they're not carbon copies of each other, but they serve a similar purpose. Now, the infiltrator that we're going to get later is, you know, like the trespasser. The electrolyzer is like the actual trespasser as well. We have the swing shot again. The Terminator is something that's sort of like, you can see, is serves a similar purpose to the hydro displacer. Now, I much rather use the Terminator just because it gets used a bit more. I'm not gonna say it's not more creative. Well, it is sort of more creative. I didn't like the I didn't actually like the hydro displacer because it really didn't feel as if you're actually doing any puzzles. It was just a series of steps that, on repeated playthroughs, got annoying. That's actually a lot of the things that happens when it comes to the Ratchet and Clank games, which is one of the reasons why some of the games, like Ratchet and Clank 1, and size matters. After on repeated playthroughs, it just gets old really quickly. But oh, not actually. Up Your Arsenal has that same problem, the fucking hacker. But then again, I don't know if I'm the only person in the world that actually hates the no. I have no idea. Oh, that's how I actually go and do it. Oh, that was stupid of me. I should have been able to actually go and figure out how to zoom in there. Oh well, stupid moment on my part. Vaporizer, going to be quite useful for us. Incredibly useful. It's powerful. However, it doesn't have many shots, so later on in the actual game, its usefulness is going to go down. But it's still a pretty good mid-roll with the game weapon. Okay. Kill you. And let's see. Yeah, you can actually kill them all. Yeah, these things explode. And if you like explosions, like most of us, go wild. I don't really have time for it. Damn. I want to go and actually hit the big guys because they actually release the shock. And the little ones, the chicken bots, don't. Ah, damn. Now the another good thing about the Terminator that I really like, which actually on my first playthrough of Ratchet and Clank 1, the Hydro Displacer did the exact same thing. But one of the things about it was it actually does it's used sometimes for some secrets in a way in which the only real like brain teaser is the fact that you completely forget you have the weapon itself. Well, you have the gadget itself, and it's just you just figure out it's the solution. And the Hydro Displacer that happened to me once when I was going and on Velden. Completely forgot, mainly because of the amount of times I died. And died. I completely forgot that the Hydro Displacer actually had water in it at the very end, right before the giant Clank portion of that level. Let's just say that was stupid of me, but one thing the Hydro Displacer, not the Hydro Displacer, the Terminator does is that in some of the later levels you completely forget you have it, and it's going to be the solution. And that's I like those kind of secrets and puzzles.
Psst. Got a ship that needs improvements? Worried about getting caught? At Slim Cognito's, your secret is safe with us. Whether it's weapons, shielding, or a new hyperspace module, we'll hook you up quickly, cheaply, and most important, quietly. So next time you're in the market for some legally ambiguous refashioning, remember the name. Slim Cognito's. The only inspections we pass are yours.
Starship mods. Well, a quick visit to Slim's wouldn't cost us much time. Or maybe we should check out that chemical factory. Someone inside might know where the thief was headed.
Yep, Slim Cognito. Probably one of my favorite actual classic Ratchet and Clank characters that really wasn't ever... Once it gets to the future series, and actually I don't think he really gets out of the I don't think he actually appears after Up Your Arsenal, except for maybe, what was it called? Size Matters. Size Matters, I believe he does the modding in the game. The weapons mods, too. However, I don't actually think he has a speaking role in the game. Actually, wait, no, he does have a small speaking role, but oh well, he's not as funny. But he sort of fades out, and it's a real shame. He's quite funny. We've actually seen him in this for this game twice so far, in the same part too. And he's going to give us weapons mods, and he's going to give us also starship mods, and our ship's going to need quite a lot of modifications for later. Well, not really. You don't actually need to go and get any of them, but you know that rare attaining we were actually going and getting in the in those dogfights? Well, basically, we're going to be using that as a currency for getting more ship mods, and there's actually quite a lot you could actually get for something that only appears a few times in the game. Now, this entire... that's another thing about this game. Some of the actual levels in the game feel similar to the ones in the first game. Only a couple of them, but even then, it's noticeable. This level feels quite a lot like Blackwater City. Just in the aesthetic, and also the puzzle section, in which we're using the similar gadget as well. The Hydro Displacer in Blackwater City, and in this, we're using the Terminator. Although, to be honest, I would rather go and use... I like these puzzles a bit more. Just because, like I said, there really wasn't much to the displacer, the Hydro Displacer, just because all you could really do was suck up water and put it back. You were basically, it was suck up water and go destroy whatever obstacles you had, then go put it back. That was the biggest thing. I mean, right here, being able to freeze the water and having to go and freeze the water at a higher level, a lower level, that's a bit more interesting than just going and changing the water levels through the Hydro Displacer. In this area, we actually have to go and get it so that the we freeze it at the right level. That might be a bit... No, that should be good. So we can actually go in here, but at the same time, we can get up here. Unfreeze it, and then refreeze it at maximum peak. This is more interesting, definitely, than Hydro Displacer. Oh shit. Too much mustard. Almost as peak, that should be enough though. It's actually the last time I believe you used the one of the last times you're going to be using Hydro Displacer. It's really interesting what they actually do, in my opinion. The Terminator is just actually probably one of my favorite gadgets that came out of this game. The last one is not my favorite. I don't like the last gadget.
Perhaps these robots can assist us.
Excuse me? Have you seen any masked weirdos?
I think I had better do the talking. A masked customer picked up an order not long ago. Recently, they received a new transmission from him, and they are willing to show it to us for a small price.
Hello, yes. Hey! Yes, I need to order 2 more containers of sulfuric acid. Oops. Better make that 5 containers and 4 containers of liquid hydrogen. Oops. Better add 6 crates of nitroglycerin and... Look, just give me double that. And I need it delivered.
Hey, what? What?
Oh, nothing. Just some robot humor.
Okay, funny guy. Let's just head to those coordinates.
Yeah. That experiment seems to be quite temperamental, putting it lightly. Not to mention, did you see those fangs on it? Damn. Larger than a lot of things we've actually been facing. Which is actually quite frightening. Though, to be honest, the worst thing I could ever think about the experiment is what might happen later on with that stupid fuzzball. Oh, I don't even want to think about what that fuzzball might do to my game. And the freezing. And the fucking freezing. And God damn it, Idle Minds, why did you have to ruin such a good game? Other than that, this actual port was, well, remaster, HD remaster. Was pretty good. Now, just like Ratchet and Clank 1, there are... The game follows a three-part actual, I'm not going to say story, but three-part, damn it, like, progression model. You get what you understand what I mean. Damn it, I really got my ass kicked there. Yay, look at these guys. They're a bit upgraded. A little bit of different tint, too. The flamethrower guys can actually use their flamethrower. Or they can shoot fireballs now. Really? We're gonna have to... Still just for the synthenoid. Oh, well. I don't want to use the synthenoid. I'm probably gonna buy it, show you, and then never use it again. Oh, well. Shock mod was really, really useful in this. The fact that it actually has homing capabilities really makes it incredibly useful. Oh yeah, that's right. I was thinking of Gorda City from the original game. We have to do something completely different. Actually, I'm gonna show you the proper way of doing it. However, you don't actually need to go and do the proper way of actually doing this. Wait. Oh, I can do it. You can just go and, you know, high jump. And then get up here. That's the way we're gonna do it. And that's the way you should probably go and do it, because it saves a lot of time. The proper way of doing it is going down this elevator. Right here is one of those... let's get rid of you. Right here is one of those tractor beam platforms that we can go bring up the elevator. Go put it nestled right next to that platform and then just jump up there easily. Okay, blitz cannon. Oh, that was close. I mean, I am trying not to go and use weapons I've already used before. Wait, is this gonna be... Damn it, yeah, it is gonna go and do that. Oh well. I probably shouldn't be using all of these weapons that auto-target. Especially when there's something I don't want to actually go and destroy. Damn it. That should be... Oh, the more... Okay. I am getting a shitload of experience for the Seeker gun. And while it's not one of the hardest weapons to actually go and get... Because like I said before, the actual... The ability to level up your weapons becomes worse and worse as the game goes on. Well, for any weapons that you've never actually used before, or didn't really use too much, it becomes worse and worse and worse just because you have to kill an enemy to be able to go and get the experience from it. That's... I'm just gonna say... Going using the Seeker gun when it basically becomes obsolete to try and get it up to its upgraded form is not incredibly easy. I have no idea what the hell just glitched right there. It was probably me against the invisible wall. Oh well. But Seeker gun's one of those weapons that doesn't have enough ammo for it later on. If you still haven't actually gotten it upgraded, at least. But I'm gonna stop it right now. I'm gonna see you in the next part, everybody. See ya.